Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the PopSockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Welcome back to Charm Insider, where we dive into the world's most fascinating stories and uncover the latest twists and turns. Today, we're talking about a developing controversy that has Mexico standing firm in its fight against American gun manufacturers. In a recent Supreme Court decision, the U.S. ruled that a $10 billion lawsuit filed by Mexico against several major gun companies was premature. But that hasn't stopped Mexico from vowing to continue its case. At Charm Insider, we're exploring this story and what it means for the future of international relations between the two countries. So, let's dive in. The lawsuit itself is rooted in the 1990s, when a U.S.-trained Mexican police officer was assassinated by a gun with a faulty safety mechanism. This incident sparked outrage across Mexico and led to calls for the government to take action against American gun manufacturers, which were accused of supplying guns that ended up on the black market. Charm Insider has been following this story closely, and we know that the Mexican government has been seeking answers from the U.S. for years. The $10 billion lawsuit is just one part of a broader campaign by Mexico's leaders to hold American companies accountable for their role in the country's gun violence crisis. But what's interesting about this latest development is that it highlights the challenges faced by international law enforcement agencies when dealing with transnational crime. At Charm Insider, we've covered stories on how corruption and lack of cooperation between countries can hinder efforts to combat organized crime. This case is a prime example of how these issues can affect real people's lives. Now, some might argue that Mexico's stance on this issue is overly aggressive or confrontational. But Charm Insider believes that holding American companies accountable for their actions is essential in the fight against gun violence and organized crime. So, what does the future hold for Mexico's lawsuit? Will it continue to push forward despite the Supreme Court setback? One thing is certain. At Charm Insider, we'll be keeping a close eye on this story and bringing you updates as more information becomes available. That's all for now from Charm Insider. Thanks for watching.